Hello and welcome to this week's featured film in our ongoing Beyond the Bay virtual film series. My name is Kevin Maher and I'm a member of the programming committee for the Bay Theater. This week's featured film is Jaws, and it was released on June 20th, 1975 by Universal Pictures and is based on the Peter Benchley book of the same name. Jaws is the story of a killer shark attacking swimmers off the coast of a fictitious New England town just as the summer season is opening. The film stars Roy Scheider, Richard Dreyfuss, and Robert Shaw. While Jaws is synonymous with movie terror, it almost had an entirely different name, as Benchley submitted more than 200 titles to editors, including The Stillness of the Water, Silence of the Deep, and Jaws of Death, before settling on the simplicity of Jaws. Benchley based the book on actual events, including the shark attack off the Jersey Shore in 1916 and the killing of a 4,500-pound shark off Montauk in 1964. Producers David Brown and Richard Zanuck chose Steven Spielberg to direct the film based on his film feature debut, Duel, which was made for TV and featured a psychotic truck driver out for revenge. Spielberg initially turned down the project because he didn't want to be known as a trucks and shark director. He eventually signed on and was given a $3.5 million budget and a 65-day shooting schedule, beginning in early May 1974. A Christmas season release was planned for later that year. Casting the film proved difficult after Timothy Bottoms, Jon Voight, and Jeff Bridges all turned down the role of Hooper that eventually went to Richard Dreyfuss. George Lucas actually suggested Dreyfuss to Spielberg after directing him in American Graffiti. Roy Scheider, who plays Brody, begged Spielberg for the part after hearing the director outline a scene at a Hollywood party of the shark jumping on the boat. Quint was originally offered to Lee Marvin and Sterling Hayden before the producers suggested British actor Robert Shaw, who had starred for them as Doyle Lonigan in The Sting. Shaw based his performance on the real-life Cape Cod fisherman Craig Kingsbury, who actually has a cameo as disgruntled fisherman Ben Gardner in the finished film. Several stories Kingsbury told Shaw actually made it into the film as improvisations by Shaw. Quint's speech about the sinking of the USS Indianapolis was not in the book and was written as a 3-page monologue, then edited down by Shaw the day of shooting. Shaw requested a couple of drinks before shooting that day, but became so inebriated he had to be carried from the set and shooting was rescheduled. Charlton Heston desperately wanted the part of Quint, but he was not offered it and forever refused to work with Spielberg. Spielberg chose Martha's Vineyard to create the fictional town of Amity, primarily because the ocean depth of 12 feet extends nearly 12 miles offshore, which provided the crew the ability to rest the shark apparatus on the bottom between takes. The location did produce issues, however, because local ordinances restricted the construction of any sets. So the only set allowed was Quint's hut, and that was built on a vacant lot, was deconstructed right after filming completed, and the site was required to be returned to its exact state, including the replacement of garbage and debris that was on the lot. Similarly, the Amity billboard was erected in the morning, filmed, then torn down before sunset of the same day. I mentioned the shark apparatus a moment ago. There were no live sharks used in the first unit shooting of Jaws. All the images of sharks shot by Spielberg are from one of 3 25-foot replicas, one for left side shots, one for right, and one for head-on. The apparatus weighed 1.2 tons, cost more than $250,000 to construct, but was constantly breaking down, which accounts for no actual shot of the shark until 1 hour and 22 minutes into the film. The shark's nickname was Bruce and was named after Spielberg's lawyer. Bruce caused production delays, which stretched the aforementioned 65-day shoot to a whopping 159 days, and the budget to balloon to $8 million. In retrospect, still a bargain. The ballooning shooting schedule led to shortcuts and cost savings, most notably the size of Quint's boat, the Orca. The most famous line from Jaws, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," was actually a running joke on the set for anything that went wrong, including the Orca itself one day sinking with equipment and shot film on board. Scheider actually improvised the line, changing it from the joke, "We need a bigger boat," to the now more famous version, and Spielberg liked it so much he kept it in the film from its only take. In post-production, Spielberg turned to John Williams to score the film, but he was very disappointed by the simple E and F theme and asked Williams to change it. Thankfully, Williams prevailed. An iconic theme was saved. He won the Oscar for the score, and the two have worked together on nearly every Spielberg film since. The extended shooting schedule precluded a Christmas release, so the film was bumped to summertime, the normal season when studios historically dumped second-rate product into the market. In a gambit that would change movie history, the producers were able to secure more than 400 screens for the opening, the first film to ever open so wide. The risk paid off, and Jaws was a smash hit, the first film to gross more than $100 million in a summer, and was the highest grossing film ever until a little film set in a galaxy far, far away broke the record. The film that is widely credited with being the first summer blockbuster. This is Jaws. Please join us for a live Q&A discussion of Jaws on July 16th at 7:30 Eastern. If you'd like more information, go to our website at thebaytheater.com. Thanks for watching and enjoy the film.